Hey there. So I've been an on-off developer for, well, decades. I always dreamt of being a programmer, but never had the time to really dive into this. If this is not your main job, there's no point in doing it. And so I made also game development in order to, as a hobby and things like that. So I went through loads of courses and I built small programs, but I never went to the level where I really get the understanding of the backend and connected the things properly with API, learning JavaScript and all the things. That's not the point of this video. The point of the video is this new trend called vibe coding. And this is what I've been waiting for. That's the pivotal moment where you started talking to AI the first time. Now with vibe coding, I can actually talk to AI to create the application I'm looking for. And well, I've been following this for a while, but now Anthropic, the developers of Claude, introduced a new Claude Code functionality with their Opus and Sonnet options that really level up the whole results that you get from creating tools with AI. And here's something I want to show you, and I always dreamt of. Those who are following us at the Paperless Movement and learn the ICOR methodology, they all know the ICOR framework. And right now it's a static image that we provide. That we always call a tool where you can drag and drop your app logos onto it to better understand your tool stack. But I always had this dream to make this an interactive functionality at some point. But time and money investment that would need to hire developers and create this tool from the ground up was just insane, and there was no point to have this anytime soon. Up to this point when I prompted Claude with their new model to build just a simple MVP of what I have envisioned, and I think it was within 1 or 2 hours I had this, what I'm showing you right now, fully functional. And you can tell me if this is insane or not, right? Without coding experience, I didn't change any in the backend. No, I didn't look at the code at all. I just kept talking to AI back and forth to refine the whole product. And this was the first thing based on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build out the concept that I had on mind and bring it to life within just 1 or 2 hours. So this is it, okay? And it's not just a static image, it's a fully functional thing. So you see here, when I hover over this, I get the image. So that's a placeholder. There should be then the ClickUp logo, right? The Notion logo. And I can drag these things around. And you see how it's highlighting the different zones. Okay, but you see here on the side, check this, ClickUp, BPM, PPM. So that's based on the ICOR methodology, business project management and personal project management. So the idea is, if I'm using ClickUp for these two areas, I just put it in an intersection and it's updating it accordingly. I can move it to PKM. See, now it says I'm using ClickUp just for PKM. And this was already a huge step, okay? But you see what's happening here now. So we have something that we call satellite apps, and satellite apps are tools that hook into your core application that you have in the center. And that was my next step, right? To think about how can we actually make it, it's crazy. How can we actually make this work to move things around like this, just to put on the outside. I was already happy with this, but then I thought, hey, what about if I'm able to drag and drop this satellite app to a core application, it connects it, and it does it. You just see it. I just drag and drop and I connect it. And you see how it's splitting all back and forth, just talking to AI. And now when I move this around, the satellite apps follow, and that's crazy, right? So now another thing, I add this here, and so it keeps spacing, so I can make it really like this interactive thing. And now you see here, and that was just getting me so excited with the utility apps down here. These are tools that are, just enhancing your workflow, but they are not neither a core application nor a satellite application, so they are placed down here. And you see, it's called utility app here. You see it's called satellite app. And this is, without any instructions about design or something, other than saying I want to have the modern look design. But you see how this is functioning and how this is highlighting. This is amazing. And this is obviously just an HTML page. There's not much functionality. I can say use this initial state, and now it added the Obsidian here. Okay, it added it down here. I don't know how it does it, but for Obsidian it even used the crystal or the diamond here. Okay, so I can move it out. Now it becomes a satellite app. I can move it over here, so now it's connected to Notion. I can remove things from the list and I can bring it back, and now I have it here. Okay, so the idea is, with this starting point, to build the ultimate productivity system tool that just shows you your specific productivity system. And if you are getting excited as I do, go to the comments below. I will keep sharing my insights about vibe coding if you're interested in this more. I think this is highly related to helping our members to get even more out of their productivity system. And I didn't stop there, okay? This is obviously just a simple prompting. So again, let's quickly go back and see what we have here. So I can say customize artifact, and it opens up Claude. And when we go here, you see, and we go down there, where is it? I think it's this one. There you see the conversation that I had with Claude back and forth, you know, that's it. So I just pasted in what I want, and this was the first draft that it created, and then I kept iterating on it. You see, when I click here, it shows me then the next, but this is not it. So if you really go down there, here, I think this is the very first one 5 days ago. So I fed in the book as a starting point, and I asked for it to create an app out of it, and it created this, for example, right? A task management tool based on the ICOR methodology, and that was already insane insights too. So I went further. I went really down the rabbit hole about vibe coding, and I downloaded Cursor, and that's something I ended up with. I used the lovable thing, I used the bold, I used obviously here Claude, and I ended up that I really want to get serious about following up this idea about the whole application. And that's the current state that we have here. Boom. Okay. So now I just started from the ground up to make the logic of the ICOR framework perfect. And this is no longer HTML. This is now already a React application running that has the potential to run also on the iPad and so on. And now you see how this is working. And that's the current state I'm in. And now I'm inside Cursor, and I already laid out here together with AI, you know, make a task list out of the things that needs to get implemented. And now I just say to Claude that is integrated here, go step by step through this and start building. I'm excited. I know there will be a lot of obstacles coming, but from testing, it's even possible to just integrate it with our user database and recognize who is already a member, because the ultimate idea would be that our paying members will get access to this application for free, because that will greatly help to build up your productivity system end to end. And well, we can go a long way from there, because then based on what you select here, we can get recommendations. We will see what people use the tools for, in what categories they're used the most, and many things that can come from this. But well, let's not get too excited. I know how critical it is to do these things step by step. It's also important that we keep focusing on the core areas of the paperless movement to keep them growing. But I think that was pretty exciting. I wanted to share this with you guys to see what's possible nowadays with AI if you really go deep. Other than that, I really digged deep into AI agents using N8N, for example, and looking deep into all the capabilities that we have for automations and things like that. It's crazy what is going on. If you want to know more about this, let me know in the comments below, and I might share more about this. So if you like it, give the video a thumbs up, go to the comments and let me know what you think about this idea of this application. And I cannot wait to keep vibing.